A land where the beaches are a playground for your heart. And mountains that echo your soul. A land where modern graffiti depicts a glorious past, where senses are greeted with a feast of colors and flavors. A land where science and spirituality blend together. This is Odisha, Scenic, Serene and Sublime. The ancient kingdom of Kalinga, land of Lord Jagannath, home to some of the most exotic places and mouth-watering food in India, rests neatly on the eastern shore, getting its feet drenched by the Bay of Bengal. I embark on my journey in the capital city, Bhubaneswar.
Bhubaneswar, also known as the city of temples, progressing extremely rapidly, keeping up with modern times, but standing here at the Siddeshwara Temple somehow gives me this sense of retention of Indian spirituality. What better way to kickstart my journey in Bhubaneswar than right here at the Siddeshwara Temple.
Just about 8 kilometers outside Bhubaneswar lies a quaint hill called Dhauli, known for the famous rock edicts and Shanti Stambh of Emperor Ashoka. After climbing on top of the hill, your senses are greeted with the calmness of a Japanese Buddhist stupa.
The trek of over 100 stairs all the way up here to Shanti Stupa is definitely worth it just for this incredible view. Now, as local legend would have it, Dhauli is the site for the mighty Kalinga War, the war that turned Ashoka the Great into a benevolent ruler. Truly amazing.
Starting my day with some heritage and spirituality, now is the time to try some mouth-watering delicacies of Odia cuisine.
There's so much flavor in this food. It's got the right mix of spices, and yet at the same time, the best part about this food is that it's not really heavy. Well, after that soul-filling and scrumptious Odia meal, now it's time to hit the road again. I'm at the Kamrahata Market right here in Bhubaneswar, and I've been told that some of the best ikat artisans can be found right here. Each print is so unique and is so interesting. The colors that have been used are subtle but yet very engaging. ये vegetable dye है कि chemical dye है? Vegetable. तो इसका color निकलता है? नहीं. नमस्ते. नमस्कार. नमस्कार. क्या है आपका नाम?
प्रमोद चंद्र देवता.
प्रमोद जी. मनीष. नमस्कार, अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलकर।
अच्छा।
प्रमोद जी, क्या कर रहे हैं आप यहाँ पर?
ये होची हैंडलूम का और साड़ी बनाने की।
और ये सब क्या चल रहा है?
वो होची इकत, टाई एंड टाई इकत।
एक बार जाने से पहले मेरे को आप दिखाओ कैसे करते हो आप।
ठीक है।
From Indonesia to Orissa, from Colombia to Japan, Ikat seems to be the epitome in the art of dyeing. Using a unique method of resist dyeing, where the cloth is tied so hard it prevents the dye to reach the knots, and when unfolded, the cloth reveals a unique pattern.
Thank you so much, Pramod ji. You have been great. आप बहुत अच्छे हैं और हमको बहुत सीखने को मिला है आपसे. भगवान से यही इच्छा करेंगे कि आप आगे बढ़ते रहिए.
Orissa, a land of many terrains, is a delight to drive through. And crisscrossing through the scenic Eastern Ghats is truly pleasurable. Nested in the green-capped valleys lies the Defcon Falls, a perennial waterfall that is best visited post-monsoon. A sight to behold and probably a background for your next display picture. After that enchanting experience at the Defcon Falls, it's now time to indulge my taste buds in some scintillating good rasgullas.
अच्छा, तो ये जो आपका रसगुल्ला है, ये किससे बनता है? शक्कर से बनता है, गुड़ से बनता है, किससे बनता है?
गुड़ से बनता है।
वेरी गुड. तो टेस्ट कराएंगे आप?
हाँ, टेस्ट करेंगे।
हाँ?
हाँ।
Oh my God. चिंटू क्या बनाया है यार? Very good. I had the most delicious rasgullas, which apparently are made out of pure jaggery. Well, now I'm on to see what adventure Orissa has in store for me.
One of the most famous beaches in the country, the Puri Beach, offers the perfect balance between the hustle-bustle of an urban beach and the serenity and solitude one seeks at an undiscovered, pristine beach.
What better way to start your day than listening to the soothing sounds of the ocean? Today, I begin my journey through the revered city of Lord Jagannath right here at Puri Beach.
The one thing that the beaches in Orissa are most famous for is the sand art. Every year around the month of December, the International Sand Art Festival is organized on the sandy beaches of Orissa. The sand art is created in different themes and attracts tourists from within and outside the country.
The depiction of Indian mythology and spirituality is truly a work of art.
I continue my journey in the timeless and revered city of Lord Jagannath and Lord Balabhadra. Puri, one of the four dhams of the Hindu religion, is known for its famous Jagannath Temple. And every year in the month of July, the city is witness to a brilliant spectacle, the Jagannath Rath Yatra.
Right here outside the temple complex, I've been told that these logs of wood will be used to carve the mighty chariots for the Lords Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, who will venture out from their royal abode and travel through the city of Puri for the world to get a glimpse of them in all their glory.
Traveling across these narrow lanes, one is transported to the past. And this rich culture of Orissa has come alive in the magnificent murals and wall art that has been joyously splashed on the city walls. After immersing myself in spirituality and the timelessness of Puri, I now head out to get a dose of adrenaline. Orissa is known for a thriving surfing culture. But for a novice like me, There are a couple of surf schools that offer a taste of surfing for tourists and beginners.
Hi Manish, welcome to Surfing Yogis.
Thank you so much.
This is Valentina, welcome.
Hi Valentina, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
I'm here just for a couple of hours, but if there was a member of our audience who really wanted to come here and train to be as close as they can get to being professional surfers, how long is the process?
Well, it's a long process to be honest.
It's a long
But
process.
the gateway is through the walk on water, we test.
Okay,
Otherwise, we have many questionnaires to ask.
right.
So then what we do is that we train them in the first day on walk on water. Next day onwards, he's fit to go to ocean with proper practice.
Okay. If I know how to swim, does that automatically make me someone who's able to surf?
Without swimming, one should not dream of surfing.
I don't know. I think I'm ready to do this. Do you think I'm ready to do this?
Come on, I'll give you the land training first, then
Yeah.
we'll move to the water.
Okay.
The start point of riding the waves begins here on land. A couple of warm-up exercises and training drills prepare you to hit the ocean.
For those of you who are wondering why I'm kind of balancing and what I'm balancing on, well, no, I'm not on the water yet, but I'm on an even cooler contraption, which is known as the gyro board. All right, thank you so much, Sanjay.
All right, man, all the best.
Thank you.
For tourists and beginners, heading straight into the sea with a surfboard may seem a little too adventurous. But one can always start with a backwater stream. And this is where my trainer Valentina will teach me how to walk on water. It definitely is more difficult than it looks. But trust me, once you get a hang of it, walking on water can be addictive. It's a feeling that can only be experienced to be believed. Letting your weight rest on the surfboard and let the water float you.
It's definitely been an experience that I would want to give over and over and over again. This has been my first lesson. The work that we did on ground, thanks to Valentina and Sanjay, has been really helpful because look at me, I'm balancing and I'm walking on water. Wow!
Well, I've decided. I'm definitely coming back here to spend a few weeks and learn to surf. I must confess, driving across Odisha is truly pleasurable. And this road leading from Puri to Konark, running parallel to the Bay of Bengal, is one of the best roads I have ever been on. The Konark Sun Temple is an ancient superstructure, an example of human ingenuity. Built in the 13th century by the Ganga dynasty, this site today is a UNESCO World Heritage Monument. Dedicated to the sun god, the temple complex is famous for a 100-foot chariot carved out of stone that's symbolic of the sun rising in the east, and on this chariot riding across the sky to the west. The intricate carving and sculptures on the temple depict the society and life of those times. Now, I've been told that originally the temple was over 200 feet tall, and the dome that we see today had a tower right behind it. Wow! Now, isn't that some achievement for the 13th century? The Enchanting Konark Dance Festival is held every year from the 1st to the 5th of December in an open-air auditorium with the backdrop being this mammoth sun temple. After being awestruck by this architecture, I take a moment to let the silence take over. While visiting sites like these, one must take some time out to let the experience sink in.
Traveling through Odisha has truly been an indulgence of the senses, soaking my spirit in the timeless city of Puri, tasting a bit of adventure and pretty much walking on water as they called it, and finally ending my day right here at the Konark Sun Temple, an ancient mega structure, a feat that rarely can be achieved in today's day and age. This has been incredible.
After witnessing the capital city Bhubaneswar, the timeless city Puri, and the ancient marvel of the Konark Sun Temple, I now set out in the countryside Odisha to explore the unexplored. Walking across bridges, crossing unknown waterways, spending some time contemplating. I meander on the roads less taken.
Well, here I am meandering my way through the green pastures of Odisha, wondering what other adventures are in store for me. I'm going to go find out.
And stumbling across this field of sunflowers did remind me of my favorite artist, the one and only Vincent van Gogh. Meeting these countryside folk and spending some time with them, getting a taste of their life, makes one realize that beauty is often found in simplicity. Ambling across the villages, the locals told me about a hidden treasure trove. If there was ever a gateway to paradise, this would be it.
While cutting across the beautiful landscape of Odisha, I stumbled upon a treasure hidden away from the gaping eyes of commercialism. Known only to the locals, this truly is one of the most magical places I have been to.
A little north of Konark along the east coast lies the small village of Sahana, whose best kept secret is its beach. The pristine turquoise blue waters, gentle and cool waves on a hot summer day, beige sand softer than clay caressing your feet. This is truly nature's version of a spa for your mind, body, and soul. I ended up spending my entire day on this pretty beach. After the much-needed serenity of Sahana Beach, I allow the child in me to take over. Today has been a special day. I ventured out not knowing what awaits me, and after a full days of travel, I sleep a happy man. Waking up with the first rays of the sun, in the quaint countryside of Odisha, I thought of myself as a character from a Ruskin-born story. It was too good to be true. Hitting the road again, I stumbled upon a rather unique landscape in Chandipur. Lush green meadows that are the resting place for old streamers and fishing boats. Wrapped between dense mangroves, this part of the state is truly a photographer's paradise. I have often heard about the Chandipur beach and the unique phenomenon it witnesses.
My journey through Odisha brings me to the northeastern part of the state, to a beautiful little beach town called Chandipur. And here I am at the beach. Now, the unique part about this beach is that when the tide is high, the water comes all the way up to the beachfront, covering the entire beach bed. But when the tide recedes, it recedes so far back that you can practically walk up to 5 kilometers all the way into the ocean. Pretty amazing, huh? Well, I've got the sun, I've got the beach, and a refreshing drink of coconut water. What more could I ask for, right?
I continue my journey driving across the clean and scenic highways of Odisha. Driving on roads like these is such a delight. After soaking my soul in the beaches of Odisha, I now head out in search for a higher altitude, literally to be on cloud 9. My next pit stop brings me to the south of Odisha, in the heart of the Eastern Ghats, as I head to Mount Mahindragi. A revered mountain with mythological significance. I got my taste of spirituality, I got my share of the sun, the sand, the sea, but somewhere, my heart longed for the rain. And what better place to experience an untimely rainfall than right here at the Mahendragiri Mountain? Well, I guess this is my cue to head on back home, but I leave my heart in the scenic and serene Odisha. I have rarely come across a state in India that has this perfect balance of beaches and mountains. The Bay of Bengal and the Eastern Ghats have truly captivated my senses. As I head back to Bhubaneswar, I relive the last few days. From the time I checked in, my heart feels content to have explored this scenic and sublime state. My soul still aches to know more, to lose my way in the interiors once more, and find the hidden delights of sitting by a river not found on any map, of walking along the coast when the sea waves silence your thoughts, and meeting the wonderful people who live with grace and simplicity.